I was having a conversation with the artist that I work with very closely, and he says, man, coach, after I finish making my songs, I send them to my sister and let her listen to it, and I get her opinion and her feedback on it. She's been saying that all of my songs are starting to sound similar. And so I told him, number one, you need to make sure that you're using a variation of different types of beats. If you're talking about the same subjects and all of the beats are similar tempo, kind of similar vibe, then your songs are going to start to blend together, and you're going to be Polo G, Lil Baby, Da Baby, where these guys have kind of painted themselves in a corner where all of their songs sound like the last one. Number one, got to make sure that you're willing to experiment and try and rap on different types of beats. I mean, think about Kendrick Lamar, for example, and the different diss tracks. We got Euphoria, which is a hardcore kind of hip hop spitting record. 616 in LA, it's more of a soulful, introspective track. And then we go to Not Like Us, and it's a West Coast snap record. All of the great rappers, from Drake to J. Cole to Jay-Z to we can name all of them. They aren't afraid to rap on different types of beats. Have variety in your music. Step 2 is you have to find a way to approach your content. Rappers are typically going to rap about similar subjects, because that's your personality. That's who you are. That may be your background. That may be your story. That may be your persona. First of all, you got to think of the big idea and then find an angle for which to approach that big idea. And so say for instance, you made an album just about songs about the come up, right? You can name a song, The Come Up, I'm on the Grind. And these songs start to kind of cover the same thing. That's going to create songs that sound similar. You have to be willing to be creative enough to kind of break down different angles of the come up. Say for instance, I had a song about my girl not understanding the grind, right? And then I got a song about the time I was on my last dollar. And then I had a song about making dad proud. And then I had a song about being hungrier than my friends. I know my handwriting is trash. And then I had a song about I'm not after the material things. And then I had a song about doubting myself. And then I had a song about my procrastination. All of these I can talk about, my life on the come up, being a rapper that's struggling, trying to come up, but have completely different and unique songs. If number one, I choose a different variation of beats to go along with these very different titles. My Girl Not Understanding the Grind is very different from Being Hungrier Than My Friends. It's a very different song from The Time I Was on My Last Dollar. It's very different from the song about the material things. The thing about having these angles is it allows you to still go after this same big idea of the come up, but the different angles allow you to go down the rabbit hole of that specific title, that specific thing. And so with My Girl Not Understanding the Grind, I could talk about these late nights and how she calling my phone and how she don't believe I'm always grinding, and how her girlfriends got dudes that's not as hungry, and so they in the same spot, and I'm trying to make it happen for us. And remember when we got together, I promised that we was gonna do this. But then we go to the song about making my dad proud, and me talking about my dad left me when I was a kid, and I want to show him that I'm not a failure. I want to make him regret that he left me, because I'm gonna break the generational curse, and one day he gonna see me on TV and everything. And that's a very different song from My Girl Not Understanding the Grind. And then I got the song about doubting myself, and I call it Look in the Mirror. All right. And every time I look in the mirror, I feel doubt. Every time I look in the mirror, I question myself. And I'm talking about the mirror. I'm talking about, man, I might need therapy, all of this, which is very different from the song talking about My Girl Not Understanding the Grind. Then I go to the song about my last dollar, talking about, man, I spent my last dollar on the grind because that's how much I wanted. I see these niggas chasing after drugs, chasing after girls, chasing after all of this bullshit. But I remember I was down to my last dollar and nobody was behind me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And the material things, same thing. I could go into talking about how I do this for my family. I do this for my cousin because I promised I was going to get him out the hood, and he looking up to me, and I can't quit because all of these people are counting on me. And The cars and the jewelry is nice, but I really just want the recognition and the accolades and everything. That's why it's important, guys, to keep you a list in your phone of kind of song titles, so whenever you're out and about in your daily grind and you get an idea of an angle, you can write that down, and that could be a song title. Then your creative muscle in your brain has to kick in, and you got to think of specific ways, specific stories and scenarios and images and bars that create this kind of feeling that go with this theme of this song. This is how you ensure that all of your songs are different and they have variation, and you're not writing the same song over and over again. Hey, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to go deeper in depth, I got the rest of this video as well as other videos touching on things from lyrics to melody to songwriting to rapping to rhyming and everything in between that you need to become not just a better rapper, but a better artist and a better songwriter. Join my Patreon today for free, and you can get exclusive access to all of my content. Also, I have a private Discord, which you will also have exclusive access to. Also, if you would like to get a one-on-one call with me and you got a song you need feedback on, we've also got that in the Patreon too. The link is in the description. Thank you guys for all the support. Peace out!